Yo, welcome to the channel. My name's DeeSimilar, and this is part 2 of Black Ops 6 Worst to Best. This is a recurring series on this channel where I share my rankings of all the submachine guns from worst to best, hence the name, after having a decent amount of experience unlocking mastery camos with each of these SMGs. This is my sole opinion, so if you happen to disagree, you're welcome to share your opinions in your own list down below in the comments. I also invite you to drop a like on the video, and please consider subscribing to the channel. We're on the way to 50,000 subscribers, and I'm very excited to be reaching that. With that said, first up is the worst. In 6th place, I have the Tanto 22. It is one of the slowest killing SMGs at close range, and regardless if you're at close range, mid-range, long range, if you happen to miss a shot with this weapon, you're adding 133 milliseconds to your time to kill for each and every shot missed, which is a lot of time. This might be one of the most unforgiving SMGs in Call of Duty history. And I myself find it very easy to whiff shots at close ranges with the aim assist changes we have in Black Ops 6. One good thing about the Tanto is it will outgun most ARs and SMGs at mid-range. We're talking like 12 to 17 meters-ish. So if you can keep your distance, you can do well with this weapon. I just find it to be too inconsistent for me. It's also worth mentioning that the CF headshot barrel will drop the shots to kill down to 2 to the head. It turns the Tanto into a mini goblin assault rifle and will delete your opponents, but that 2-shot kill is limited to, I think, 6 meters, and that's extremely niche. So again, if you can land your shots, the Tanto slaps. I just gravitate towards literally every other SMG. Next up is the Kompakt 92. I can't believe I'm putting this at number 5 because these bullet hose, melt machine archetypes of SMGs, they're my favorite SMGs to use, and they're always towards the top of my worst to best list. The Kompakt just doesn't hit the same in Black Ops 6. It looks great on paper. You have the fastest time to kill. We're talking 220 milliseconds within 11 meters. That's the fastest overall time to kill at all ranges. It has aggressive but predictable recoil. So why is it considerably low on this list? And it really comes down to range. That's range of engagements in Black Ops 6 and the damage range of SMGs. The SMG's damage range fall off is intense. After 17 meters, the assault rifles will have a gunfight in the bag. That's for the entire SMG class in general. They do not want you using SMGs outside of close to mid-range. Now, the Kompakt is going to outgun other SMGs up to 11 meters. This is 11 meters. It is pretty generous. I just find myself competing with assault rifles more so than SMGs in this game. SMGs feel so rare in the field. So, yes, the Kompakt looks great on paper, but the remaining SMGs just perform better in practice, and I'll further explain that as we move on to the number 4 spot, where I have the Jackal PDW. Now, this SMG has an average to slightly below average time to kill. Its effective time to kill will go up to 15 meters, which is more range than most SMGs. A lot of the SMGs feel useless around 12 meters because that's where ARs will, again, start to outgun them. But the Jackal, it's easy to land your shots with its low recoil. It also boasts the fastest aim down sights and sprint to fire speeds in class by a long shot. It also has a very fast reload. It feels noticeably snappier than the other SMGs, and I can get on target and land my shots faster than the other weapons. And that allows me to be more aggressive and close the distance on enemies for optimal performance. That is another kind of issue with just general SMG play in this game, is the map design does not favor for close quarters combat. Unless you're in a building, most of your engagements are going to be outside of what I would call effective SMG range, which is another reason why I like the Jackal, because it is reliable enough to land your shots at those longer ranges and you can be competitive with it. I don't know, just in practice, the Jackal feels pretty versatile. It supports run and gun gameplay and is a pretty decent SMG. Moving into the top 3, we have the PP919. I like to refer to this weapon as the king of consistency. It feels great. Now, it does have the slowest reload in class, but it comes with a large 64 round mag and low recoil. While the PP has the slowest time to kill across all ranges, which I actually was surprised to see that. One, rapid fire makes my PP go hard, pun intended. Rapid fire puts the time to kill right below average for SMG, so that kind of solves that time to kill problem. But number two, the PP has the longest base range in class. So while you may get outgunned by other SMGs up close, the PP will outgun most of the other weapons up to 17 meters. This is 17 meters, and you can get it even longer with attachments, and that's pretty generous. Here's the thing. Yes, the other